Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cam and Focus Weekly, our first show of the new year. Definitely excited to be back. We got a lot of great stuff on our slate for the year. So let's get the ball rolling. I'm Cam, obviously. Over here is Mr. Andrew. How are you this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm actually looking forward to going to work tomorrow because I finally have a full team again. So it's like, oh my God, I can actually go in and enjoy my job now. And right down here, Mr. Spencer from the Dingus Den. How are you?
I'm doing good. Enjoying the weekend.
Yeah, what's the weather like over in Kentucky?
It's nice and chill. Probably we actually got like a surprise snow this morning. And so I'm stuck. So that was
nice little flurry.
I was expecting to see. Yeah.
I was to say I don't have that problem here, which is nice. So.
Yeah, well, because you basically live, on the equator. So
basically, yeah, we get a little speck of snow, and it's like close everything down.
Yeah, exactly. The snow makes it to like 400 feet above the ground and melts, but somehow someone somewhere is just like, shut it down.
It could make 2 specks. You don't know.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. So for this, our first episode of the new year, we'll be talking about the work of Robert Eggers. Now, if you're not familiar with his work, first of all, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
seriously.
I was gonna say, what the heck?
Go watch just one of his movies. Secondly, he is heavily involved with A24, which is a favorite of ours here on this show. We love the films that A24 puts out. It's just such a great run of cinema. And today we're talking about, like I said, specifically the work of Robert Eggers. He has directed The Lighthouse, The Northman, Nosferatu, The Witch. He's just a phenomenal filmmaker. Now, we've all watched different films to prep for this particular episode. And we'll just kind of go around the block here. Andrew, what is your overall opinion of Robert Eggers as a director? Like, what was the first film that you saw of his that kind of locked you in?
So I had heard of him before, but last year I watched all his movies for the first time, and that stemmed from I got that 5 horror movie A24 collection on Blu-ray that has The Witch in it, which I have on my shelf. Yes, I have that exact same one. I just forgot to grab. I have all his movies on Blu-ray. I just forgot to grab them. But I went through that collection, watched all the movies, and I watched The Witch, and I was like, this movie is amazing. And so I looked him up, and I was like, that's his first movie? Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And so then I watched The Lighthouse, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then my favorite movie of his is The Northman. And then I watched Nosferatu, which I really liked. And he's one of my favorite current working directors. I'm super excited for Werewolf, his upcoming movie. I'm not sure when it's exactly coming out. Probably next year.
Scheduled for December.
Oh,
nice.
Awesome. Oh, then I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Wow, December is going to be stacked because we're getting that, we're getting Doomsday, we're getting Dune Part 3.
Yeah.
I will have no budget for groceries because I will spend all my time at the movies.
I was going to say, I would just live at the theater.
Exactly. Just bring a sleeping bag, find a janitor's closet to sleep in.
Yeah.
And one thing I love that he does so well with each movie is each movie has tension, like claustrophobic tension. And
absolutely.
He builds on that with each movie to the point of Nosferatu. I'm just like not breathing, you know? And it's just chef's kiss. I mean, one of the best
won't leave me alone.
4 film runs, not only currently, but I could even throw maybe all time out there. Like your first 4 movies run. I mean, that's up there probably with Nolan, Villeneuve.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like first 4. So
yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a director with legitimate vision, and that's something that I feel is lacking in many areas of film these days. But we will definitely get to that. Spencer, how about you? Same question. What was the film that introduced you to Robert Eggers?
I remember. I don't remember if it was flying to or from Hawaii, but it was. I watched The Northman on the plane ride, and it was fantastic. I remember just loving it, and it was the only time I've seen that movie, but I remember loving it, and I really do want to rewatch it someday. But yeah, The Northman, I was sold on that, and then when I learned that he was doing the Nosferatu movie, I was super excited to go watch that. I went to see that whenever it came out. Let's see here, Christmas.
I think 24.
Not last year, but the year before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the main things I know from. I've heard great things about the Witch and the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse has been on my radar for a while, and so, but yeah. The Northman was the big one, and I really like Nosferatu as well.
Yes. You know, a movie's great when you can watch it on a plane and have a good experience with it. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I've never flown, but I can only assume while watching a movie on a plane is like.
You'd be surprised of how many movies that a plane would have, given like the short amount of time something's been out, and
I guess it's like Metropolis. You know, I heard you can only watch that, I think, on
Megalopolis
airline.
Yeah,
I think it's like,
and I don't even know if they're doing that anymore. Like that movie has been completely scrubbed from the face of the earth. And
what sucks is I would love to watch that just because, but I didn't catch it in the theater, and so now it's like,
oh my god, what a bizarre theater experience that was. And funny story actually. So I saw Megalopolis in the theater. I was one of like 4 other people in that theater. And about halfway through, the power went out, and there were a couple people sitting behind me, and they're like, "Oh, okay, might as well." And they got up and just left, and everybody else left too. You know, all 2 other people, and I was the only one left. I actually stayed there and sat it out, and about 7 or 8 minutes later, the power came back on, and I gave the projector guy a little wave. And I watched the rest of the movie alone. and as I left the theater, I'm just thinking, oh my god, like what even was that? I mean, I really admire Francis Ford Coppola as a filmmaker, but holy crap, what a bizarre movie.
Yeah. Darn it.
It's funny.
All right, now, when it comes to Robert Eggers, I didn't have the chance to prep for this show as much as I would have liked to. However, I did watch The Northman and The Witch. Now, The Witch was the first film that I saw from him. And admittedly, it was quite a while before I really started to appreciate film as an art form, because I saw it in the theater. I saw it with a girl that I was dating at the time. And I was expecting, you know, to actually have a witch, almost like a creature feature, you know what I mean? And I was expecting, you know, jump scares and pretty typical tropes of Western horror. And what I got was a very bleak, atmospheric, you know, dread-inducing, just creepy film about a family's descent into madness. But at the time, I walked out of the theater. I was like, "My God, that sucked."
Well, all right, I'm out of here.
Shame on me. Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, shame on me, because I mean, after having rewatched it today, this has actually been the first time that I've rewatched it since seeing it in theaters. Surprisingly enough.
Wow.
And I know, right? And oh my God, it's incredible. I love it so much.
Oh, yeah.
It's not one that I would throw on just willy-nilly whenever I wanted.
No.
It's definitely one that I have to kind of prepare for.
Yeah.
But oh my God, what a great film.
It's heavy, but what makes it even kind of almost scarier is that it's like a folklore story of like this family, like that it happened, and he does such a good job of like kind of like folklore with a tad bit of like almost reality thrown in there a bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And he does that so well. I mean, even like in The Lighthouse, like that could actually happen. Like you could actually get to that point of isolation, and there's debates
unravel.
Yeah, there's I've seen debates on if Robert Pattinson is sort of hallucinating William Dafoe as a person. Like after a lot of people say after he falls when in The Lighthouse that confirms it or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to look more into it, but it's very plausible.
Yeah. And something I immediately notice about Robert Eggers' direction style is that he does a lot with stillness. I mean, like there are a lot of shots that really don't have a whole lot of movement, and the way that he frames the characters and the way that he frames the subject of each shot, it's not like a typical movie where characters are talking, shot, reverse shot, blah blah blah. It's like the whole conversation is framed in one shot, so it's like you're looking at this movie through a window. It's like you're watching everything happen through a window rather than having you be on the other side of what you know to be a camera, excuse me. And I find that to be so much more engaging because you're able to see not just the characters, but their setting but their place and their setting within each shot. That just really helps to ground everything. And I love what he does with that, especially even with watching The Witch. You'll have the occasional shot of just like the edge of the woods, and any lesser filmmaker, it would just be a shot of the woods. But with Robert Eggers, it just feels like so much more, and I applaud how much he does with seemingly so little.
Yeah, I think it comes from working with A24. They tend to let the directors like do it themselves. I don't think a lot of studio interference. And when I watched his movies for the first time, I think what helped me have such a good experience was I always watch movies as entertainment, and even I still do now. But around that time, I started appreciating them as an art form and like really looking at shots and how actors are acting and how he just lets them act. And it reminded me a lot of like Hereditary, where you would just have like a still shot of like the house or like a hallway, and you hear the actors, and then they come across in frame and stuff like that. And it's just done so well. And even like The Witch, that's another kind of like isolation story. The family's isolated once they're kicked out of the town.
Yeah.
And it almost becomes a self-contained story, and you get just so invested in it. And then you realize like, oh, I haven't been breathing for the last 30 minutes and how am I still alive?
Yeah.
But it's just so good.
Now, one movie that you both have in common that I hadn't been able to see yet was Nosferatu. Now, I have heard mixed things about it. Now, that's not me saying that, I think that, I'm hesitant to go into this film or anything like that, but I've heard mixed things about it. And people say it's really, really good. People say it's really, really, really not. And I feel like a lot of the people who say that it's really, really not good are people who wouldn't appreciate A24 films anyway. Now, with you both having seen Nosferatu, Spencer, I'll start with you. What are your overall thoughts on that movie? Like, what does that movie bring that you think has been lacking in the overall lore surrounding this character? Because we had the silent film from the 20s, and he's been adapted and adapted and adapted. What is this movie to you?
Well, the movie interested me because of learning what Nosferatu originally was. I never watched the original one. I've known of it. And the only thing I know about Nosferatu is his SpongeBob cameo. And so that's all I knew about Nosferatu.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh,
I gotta look this up.
I'm thinking of the hash slinging slasher or something, but no, it's freaking Nosferatu, of course.
It might be from that episode. It's something there, like he just appears and
I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
Screen share it with us if you find it.
Yeah. So anyway, but when I like dug into what Nosferatu is, because it comes when I guess I found out about it, it was like in the time when I started getting more into Dracula. And Nosferatu, from my understanding, is what they wanted to make originally with that silent film was Dracula, but then they couldn't get the rights, so then they changed it. So it's still essentially Dracula, but then they had to, Cordovac, and instead of it being Transylvania, they make this like whole German town or whatever that's all in. And so like I was just like fascinated by it, the whole idea of it. And the movie in particular, I think was awesome because it helped give a identity to what Nosferatu is than just being here we go.
All right, this is...
Can I have a job application? I brought my own spatula. I called earlier, but I hung up because I was nervous.
Oh,
Do you have references?
Wait! If that was you on the phone and you on the bus, then who was flickering the lights?
Yeah, this.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, there you
Get
go.
out.
That was you learn something new every day. So,
Oh my gosh, that was so random.
I forgot. I don't think I saw that until like just around the time when the movie came out because I was talking to about a friend. He was like, "How do you not know about this?" Because like they grew up watching a lot of SpongeBob anyway. Anyway, I love that with Eggers directing, in particular with Nosferatu, is he finally gave like a unique atmosphere and setting for what Nosferatu is than just being a Dracula ripoff, as some people might look at it for being.
Right,
And
he went full gothic horror with that one.
Yeah, it's a full-on. The visuals of it is fantastic. He does some really great camera work. Not saying that the stuff they did before this wasn't great. Like, don't get me wrong. For the bit I saw of The Witch, I was still like amazed that this was his first movie, and so, but you could really tell. I feel like that he gets better with every movie as he goes, though. I feel like. And I think it really showed in Nosferatu, which I really liked.
Yeah. It's always refreshing to see a director who's not bogged down by studio interference and having to pander to, what's mainstream, what's going to make money, et cetera, et cetera. You just have a filmmaker who wants to make films. And and it's interesting going through the filmography of someone like that, because you can see, you can almost like map out the lessons that they learn from each film onward. And as I see that a lot with Denis Villeneuve. If you go back and watch his first movies like Incendie, Enemy, you see that he has a legitimate vision for these films, and then moving forward, it's almost like what was good about the films before gets compounded on, and then some with each film that comes after. Because after Enemy, he put out Prisoners. After Prisoners, he put out Sicario. After Sicario, Arrival, and then Blade Runner 2049. And his movies just get progressively better and better, in my opinion. I mean, now Blade Runner 2049 is still my favorite film, but you look at that movie and then you look at Dune Part 2, and it's like, okay, well, I see the DNA of each film in there, but this is what's different, and this is why this works better. And what I'm going off on a tangent, but Robert Eggers is definitely one of those directors who you can track their filmography and literally watch them grow with each film, and that's just such a great thing to see.
Yeah, it's great to see. I also appreciate as well these four movies, as well as they're all like very distinctly different from one another. Some directors, I don't, not saying that I have a problem with directors that stick with their own thing, and there's a lot of directors I love that just do the same.
Steven Seagal.
Whoa, what are you talking about? Whoa. I mean, sometimes he's not even sitting down. Like, he's actually
But these four movies in particular, it's like they're all like distinctly like different from each other. Like, you're talking about this like filmmaking DNA. They can obviously tell that they are from the same person.
Oh, sure.
Has a touch to it, but then each movie itself is like different from each other.
Yeah, well, you have The Witch, which is Puritan folklore. You have The Northman, which is Norse mythology. You have The Lighthouse, which is cosmic horror, and then you have Nosferatu, which is gothic horror, and then you have Werewolf, which is going to be a full-on creature feature, I'm thinking, which I'm 100% excited about. Yeah. He's dipping his toes in all different realms of horror, and that is. Right. that's the sign of somebody who has a legitimate passion for this medium. Yeah. I think one of the last filmmakers that we had seen who is known primarily for horror, who does a lot of different things with that genre, is Mike Flanagan. If you're not too familiar with his work, he did Oculus, he did Midnight Mass, he did his work is incredible. If you don't know Mike Flanagan, definitely watch his films, Oculus especially.
I need to get on board because I don't think I've seen his movies.
Well, watch Oculus, and I mean, Oculus is probably up there in like my top 10 favorite horror films. It's
Oh,
so
nice.
good, and it's so different.
I need to check it out. I only know the name
Mhm.
because he wrote the initial script for the Clayface movie that we're getting this year.
Oh,
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he wrote. Yeah,
yeah.
he had a big inspiration for a Clayface body horror movie.
Nice.
And so it's like his origin being seen, like where he's the main character and the
Ooh,
downfall of the character, and
I love
inspired
body
by
horror.
the animated series. And so yeah.
Yeah, go back and watch movies like, you know, Hellraiser, The Fly, John Carpenter's The Thing. But body horror is, oh, it's so good. When all the effects are practical, it just elevates it so much. Nowadays, everything is too bogged down with CGI trickery.
Well, we got
Yeah.
one that looked really weird last year. I don't remember what the heck it was called, but I remember.
Substance.
Oh,
That
that movie's so good, but man, does it really
I don't
make
remember
your
what it's
skin
called.
crawl.
I could figure it out here in a moment, but it's like body parts being stitched on or together of people. I think is it this?
That's kind of sounds like Substance a bit.
Was it Substance? I don't
Because
think-
there's a part later in the movie where she like sews on the body of.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking of, but that's kind of it.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna figure this out though because it's there.
While you're doing that, I was gonna say, as far as Nosferatu goes, what's funny is it's the movie of his I've seen the most recent, but like I don't quite remember as much as I would like. I wanted to rewatch it before this, but I didn't have a chance. But before I watched that, I did watch the original Nosferatu, the silent, which I don't know how they watched movies back then, because that was like the longest hour and 20 minutes of my life.
That's what I hear.
Okay,
How can you read this? There's no
let-
pictures.
let me context. I liked the movie, but it was like, and then da 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 on the screen, like the words, which I get. It's a silent film. But I also haven't watched
That was how
No,
it
I
was
get it.
back then. I
I
mean, it's
get
certainly come a long way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually
now they
talk
have the
now.
subtitles while they're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one that he did was just so good, and again, it kind of really what ditto what Spencer said. He kind of basically said what I was going to say. So,
You're welcome, Andrew.
just you worded it better than I could anyway. So, but I definitely need to rewatch it. So.
Yeah, it's great. I will say I understand why people wouldn't like it because it's really weird. When people said it was a horny movie, I didn't know what it meant. And what I meant by it, I got it while watching it. I was like, so that's what they mean.
Dude, Bill Skarsgård.
Okay.
Robert Eggers needs to do a movie with both Skarsgårds because he's done one with Alexander and now with Bill. So
Yeah.
um,
And Alexander Skarsgård in The Northman. Oh my
Oh.
God. I love that movie so much.
it's so good.
It wasn't what I had expected going into it. I was expecting more of like a straight up just kind of slasher action type deal. But what I got was a really hefty character drama, which I really appreciated. And you had that, he doesn't do a whole lot of action. You know, Robert
Yeah.
Eggers doesn't really do much action at all. I mean,
Mhm.
it's filmography. He doesn't really do action, but the battle scene in The Northman, you know, where you have all the Vikings who go in and ransack this town and whatnot. That whole thing is done in one shot, and everything
Yeah.
is so clearly in frame. It is unbelievable. Like
I need to check my Blu-rays 'cause I want to know how he I want to know how he pulled that off.
seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, he must have had a hell of a rig for that. I mean, it's crazy. And the stunt work that was on display in there was outstanding. And it was like just watching it made you feel dirty and grimy.
Yeah.
Like you could almost taste the mud that they were all rolling around in. And it was just so good. I love Norse mythology, Vikings, and all that. I love that stuff. And I love the little attention to detail of whenever he's, you know, being, you know, carried away by the Valkyrie, you see the teeth tattoos.
Yeah. Well, I love Viking stories. The Last Kingdom. I don't know if you've seen that on Netflix. Oh, it's so good. It's probably up there as one of my top favorite shows. Definitely one of the best Netflix shows I've seen. In the Northman, it's very similar in the vibes, but Yeah, I love The Northman. I mean, it almost, to me, maybe it's just because it's my favorite of his, kind of feels like in a league of its own. Like
Yeah.
his movies are so good, but like there's just
Mhm.
something about The Northman that just is a bit
Yeah.
above for me. Because I was just blown away by it, and just seeing how everything was practical, and just the performances. I love how he tends to use, like Nolan, he kind of uses the same actors, some key actors, but they like
Sure.
alternate, like Anya Taylor-Joy in The Witch and Northman, William
got
Dafoe
Willem
in The
Dafoe in
Lighthouse
there.
and
Yep.
Nosferatu. There's, oh my gosh, the guy who played Galactus in Fantastic Four. He's
Ralph
got the
Ineson.
deep voice. Ralph something.
Ineson.
Yeah, he uses him in like almost every movie, I think. Outside of The Lighthouse, because The Lighthouse is literally like just William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson outside of like mermaids and some background characters. But yeah.
Yeah, it's so great to see it's so great to see a director who tackles such different subject matter. Because I mean, you have your kind of niche directors, like, you know, your well, not that I'm calling Steven Spielberg niche. I mean, he's definitely iconic, but he's all about the big blockbusters, the you know, the money making movies, the ones that everybody falls into the theater to see. And then you have your Michael Bays, who are all about, you know, kaboom and go America and all this.
Fireworks.
Yeah,
Fireworks.
yeah, exactly.
Someone gifted, I'm convinced with the movie Ambulance that someone gave Michael Bay a drone for like his birthday or Christmas, and he went, I'm gonna make a movie with that.
100%, absolutely. I dare anybody to prove that wrong, because that entire movie is freaking drone shots.
You're making me curious into watching it. I've never seen it, but
And, I mean, it's Jake Gyllenhaal, and he is endlessly watchable in pretty much any role he's in, but
Yeah.
with Michael Bay's directing. So I mean, make of that what you
You know,
will.
like typical drone shot, Spencer, where it's like, that's the movie. It's just,
Yeah. And watch, I bet you, even in close-up shots of the characters, even in close-up shots, Michael Bay's holding a drone up to their faces, just kind of doing this.
oh my gosh.
I could see it.
I spent $800 on this drone. I'm gonna get my money's worth.
That's so.
You know, something you mentioned, Kim, about like period pieces that Eggers does is,
Yeah.
unlike someone like Neil Breen, he does a good job of showing you like it's a period. He's authentic and make it look like a period piece.
Yeah.
Versus like Neil Breen in Fateful Findings, it's supposed to be like 40 years ago, and they have like modern cars, modern all this stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
this does not feel like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, Bill Skarsgård wakes up one morning on the set of The Northman. It's a magical day.
I will say this: if Steven Seagal and Alexander Skarsgård did a one-off, it's kind of in the air on I think who would win.
I want this crossover now. We can call it In the Belly of the Northman instead of Belly of the Beast.
Oh my gosh!
I hate Steven Seagal so much.
Like that movie, you shared the video of that movie of his, and he's literally driving a car inside a building. Like, what?
And I love watching that guy's videos, because he is, but like he narrates every video like it's an action movie trailer.
Yes, I know.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Belly of the Beast is the Steven Seagal mega blockbuster hit where he showed the world.
All right, I'm gonna get us back on track. One thing that I love that about his movies, I mean, this is like a small thing compared to the other things I love, but when he gets like The Northman, that movie has a stacked cast, but it does not overtake the performances. Like, I don't watch it going, oh, that's Nicole Kidman, or oh, that's Ethan Hawke, or oh, that's Anya Taylor-Joy. Like, I'm looking at them as their characters, and that's a testament to Eggers' direction and all their acting. You know,
I mean, where else are we going to see Ethan Hawke howling like a wolf?
Well, probably on the dark web, but I mean,
I don't know what happened, Mom. I tried to look up Ethan Hawke videos, and now I'm getting advertisements for prostitutes. What happened?
Oh my god.
I was trying to find the scene from The Northman, and I found something else. Hey, that matches my shirt.
What's that? Oh, my cup?
Yeah.
It's a Rusty's Raw Bar and Grill cup. You can't even see the logo on
Rusty's. You
face.
too can look like me. Little Cars reference for you cinephiles, you know.
Yes, for the truly refined among you, have you seen Cars? I don't know. You ever heard of this really good indie movie? It's called Up.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man.
What do you mean Disney is not an independent studio? Yeah. Now, as I've gotten older, like you had said, Andrew, we all, at the end of the day, we all watch movies to be entertained. And typically, whenever I watch movies, I want to be entertained, but I also want to engage with it.
Mhm.
And there's something so just visceral about Robert Eggers' direction. I mean, he can convey so much with just the right amount of dialogue. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It doesn't feel out of place. Every character's conversation has a purpose. Very much unlike the movie that I saw last night, which was Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which
Oof.
I.
So that's the line. There's like The Northman and then Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It's
Those are
goal is to be
quite
somewhere
opposite ends
between
of the
those
spectrum right there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't hate Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I've certainly seen much worse horror films, but it just felt flat. If it was a spice, it'd be flour. But
oh,
that's
man.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
Now, if Robert Eggers were to come through and direct the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, that would be
If
A1.
I would love if because I know Robert Eggers writes all his movies, but here's what we need to do. Here's what we need to do. We need to have a remake of Fateful Findings, directed and rewritten by Robert Eggers.
Again.
Can you imagine what he could do with that though? If he like reworked it and the tension you could feel of Neil Breen talking to no one on the phone and walking across the street on not a crosswalk,
Yeah. Now, instead of a static shot of people talking, the camera slowly comes in. Programmable, virtual reality.
Imagine. I am here now. Get Amleth from the Northman to go. I am here
Now.
now.
Any day. Oh my god. And Spencer, consider yourself lucky that a lot of these references are probably going over your head right now.
I think I'm understanding. I've just had the whole movie recited to me essentially throughout all these streams.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what, Spencer? You know how we've been doing the Batman Long Halloween comic read-throughs? We need to do a Neil Breen read-through where we find the script and we read through it over the scenes.
On the one hand, I would really rather you didn't, but on the other hand, for God's sakes, I need that right now. I want Andrew to do the scene where he's telling the girl not to bathe in his bathtub.
You know what, Andrew? If you find any scripts,
No,
Cannot do this.
That scene
Please.
is so...
You can't do this.
I cannot describe how uncomfortable that scene is. Like, if you wanted to get information out of me, you would force my eyes open and make me watch that scene. Like, that especially when the girl breaks the fourth wall, looking at the
She
camera,
looks
like,
directly at the camera. And she does a little. I was expecting to hear the Seinfeld bass line. Boo, ba-doo, 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 ba-doo.
and I love how Neil. And I know this is Neil Breen we're talking about, but he thinks it's realistic that that girl, who I don't even think is over 18, is obsessed with him.
With Neil Breen.
Yeah.
of all the men in the world that she could be obsessed with, it's Neil Breen.
She watched Double Down and saw his butt through the medical gown that he was wearing, and she was like, "That's what I want."
Did you bring any frosting for all that cake?
All right, Robert Eggers.
Yeah. What were we talking about again? Oh,
Neil
yes,
Breen.
that's right. It was the Emu War. Okay, so Robert Eggers directed the Emu War.
We were talking about how Neil Breen tried to get public domain access to Nosferatu, and
And you know that he would play Nosferatu. Oh God. All right. Now so something that I really appreciate about Robert Eggers as far as like his shot composition, he doesn't use much color.
Yeah.
Which really aids in the overall kind of bleak atmosphere that he goes for with these films. I mean, because in The Witch, for example, whenever Caleb, the eldest son, vomits up that apple, it's just kind of the silhouette of the apple. You don't see the red. You don't really see much about it. Oh, excuse me. Ooh.
You almost threw up some apple there.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I am taken into the arms of the Lord. But yeah, I mean, even with that, where you could have hammered in, where you really could have hammered in the color of the apple to show, yeah, red means bad. I mean, even the blood isn't really all that red. It's just you see it and you know that it's there, but he doesn't really draw attention to it, so it doesn't feel out of place. And somehow that just makes it seem so much scarier, because it makes it seem like it just makes it seem realistic. You have a lot of you have a lot of directors who, oversaturate their colors now and then because, this color means this thing and this color means this thing. Robert Eggers doesn't do that. He uses a very constrained color palette, and in my opinion, it's always for the better.
Oh yeah. I mean, even the White House it's in that 4:3 frame thing, and it's black and white. And holy cow, does that movie, like, you hear a movie called The Lighthouse and you don't think it's going to be as isolation and kind of like freaky, like you said, the horror. But I love The Witch, and like they like the townspeople even are freaky. Like that opening scene where they're at the church and
they don't move.
No, they're like lifeless, and it's like, I remember going, do I want to watch this? Like, maybe not at night. Like,
I don't like mannequins.
Yeah. And even like, and then what I love that he does is he lets shots marinate, if that makes sense. So there's no quick cuts. There's no, Subway Surfers playing while the movie's going, so you keep your attention span. Like,
I'm out.
Sorry. See, I almost was too, but with the opening scene, like when they're going through the whole, like, we're banishing the family, I mean, there's a shot where like sits on Anya Taylor-Joy's face for a good long enough that you're like, and you hear everything going on in the background. You just see, no one's moving.
Well, that's the opening shot of the film. I mean, it's
right.
It's so good.
Instant hook and instant tension. And if you don't get invested off of that, I don't really know what could get you invested. I mean,
you watch movies for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was saying before. Robert Eggers does so much with stillness. You look at the opening scene of The Witch, nobody is moving. I mean, not one person in that room is moving. Or you look at The Northman. I mean, yeah, you have those quick sequences of action and whatnot, but for the most part, it is a very slow and meticulous and methodically paced movie. It's a movie that understands you don't need a whole lot of movement on screen to keep an audience invested. Sometimes the content is enough, and he understands that so well.
Yeah, I honestly, and that's kind of that's common with not also with A24, which is why I like watching their movies so much. Is it's like I haven't seen every single A24 movie, so there might be
Sure.
some that are weaker, but every single one I've seen just that is like this builds on the tension and is so well done. I'm like, why? I mean, I know why, but it's like, why are not the big studios looking at these movies and going, that's the blueprint, that's what we need to be doing?
Because audiences need to be entertained.
Right. Exactly. That was like, I was asking a rhetorical question. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a double-edged sword. You have your big crazy blockbusters, your John Wicks, your MCUs, your DCEUs, whatever. You have these movies that are meant to entertain the masses, but then you also have movies that are meant to entertain the viewer.
Yeah.
And that's it's such a different feeling when you're watching a film that is manufactured for a wide audience, as opposed to a film that's manufactured for the few who might really appreciate it. And I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people don't get on board with a filmmaker like Denis Villeneuve, who, you watch Arrival, for example. People watch Arrival and they want to see, alien invasion, Independence Day, White House blows up and blah, blah, blah. But no, what they get is a character drama. You watch Blade Runner 2049. You could go into it expecting, action movie. Guy goes around, shoots a whole bunch of people. John Wick style stuff. But no, it is a character drama. Same with the Dune movies. Yes, you have your action, but character drama. And
Civil War. That's another one we're going into.
Yes!
I think people thought it was going to be about the war. It's not. I mean, that's going on in the background. Like, the story is about the characters, and holy cow, is that movie tense? Like,
yes, so tense.
Yeah.
Alex Garland. Oh, Alex Garland. We know you watch the show.
Yes.
Just so
we
you
would
know,
love to have you on. That reminds me, I am so excited for Bone Temple.
Oh yeah,
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, that's the
So
new
excited.
28 Years movie.
Yeah, I think it comes out in a few days. Actually, I think it's this
Friday.
Friday.
What a crazy quick turnaround, because the last movie just came out last year.
Well, I know they filmed them. Yeah, they filmed them back to back. So
did they? Okay,
but you know what? That's a good point. That's not as common anymore because, and of course, I think it was a pretty successful at the box office, which I'm sure helped. I don't know actually if it was or not. I assume it was. But you're seeing this now, like Kevin Costner had a Western saga start last year, Horizon, which I really liked part one. I saw it in the theater, but the plan was to have chapter 2, which was already filmed, finished, come out in August, which was like 2 months after part 1. Well, part 1, to be completely honest, the funny thing is I had never heard of that movie, but one Sunday I was like, I want to go to the theater. I saw it was there. I was like, oh, that's cool. I checked it out. Really liked it. It flopped hard at the box office. And so part 2 still hasn't come out yet. And we're talking a year and a half now. Like, and he was planning 4 movies. And it's like, at that point, just release it on streaming at that point. Like, just if it's done.
Yeah, you need to make sure that you make things work in the short-term span of things,
Yeah.
Like, it's important to make that beginning movie that it can set up something long-term, but then also do something long-term as well.
I've never seen a turnaround like that where there was a 2-month gap. I mean, you had the Matrix movies that came out in the same year, but I don't think that was 2 months apart.
Well, even Lord of the Rings, all 3 of those movies were filmed all at once, and Fellowship came out in 1999, Two Towers came out in 2001, Return of the King came out in 2003.
Look at Avatar.
Fellowship was 01. Fellowship was 01, and the Two Towers was 02, and the Return of the King.
It was? I thought they came out 2 years apart.
They started filming in 1999 and finished in 2000.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, because they're celebrating 25 years this year now.
Yeah.
No, just like the Avatar was back to back the 2 newest ones. It's crazy to think that for this new one, 3 years on visual effects is insane. It shows, but like, it's insane.
Right. Yeah, I still need to see that. So
See,
I haven't even seen Way of the Water yet. I mean, my hype
it
for
was
the series
enjoyable.
has died down long ago.
I really
Yeah.
liked Way of the Water.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say they're not my favorite movies, but I enjoy them. Like
I really liked it.
I enjoy Avatar. Like I'm not going around like glazing it, but I mean I enjoy it for what it is.
I will say that I liked Avatar 2 more than 1.
I would
And
agree.
2 and 3 are like they were meant to be one movie. So
Yeah. I agree. Way of Water was seeing that in theaters was really cool.
it was cooler than the headache that I had for the last hour because hey, watching 3D, everybody said.
Oh no.
I didn't do that with Fire and Ash. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we need. We need an Avatar movie directed by Robert Eggers.
Oh, dude, that would be so cool. Honestly, like Robert Eggers, like he's literally one of those directors now. I will watch anything he makes. I don't care what it is. It could literally be like, I'm gonna make a Ronald McDonald movie, and I'd be like, I'm there day one. like,
oh my god! Don't let him go to the public domain. We're gonna get a crappy horror movie from it.
I think there's one on Tubi. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Can you imagine?
I was gonna say there might be. I am so I would put money on it that there is a clown on Tubi that resembles Ronald McDonald that they made.
I'm gonna look it up. I love going on Tubi and looking at all the weird. I'm gonna look up clown and see what pops up.
Oh boy.
Okay, the first movie that popped up is called Camp Blood Clown Shark.
What?
Camp Blood Clown Shark.
Let's see here.
That sounds like cinematic gold.
It came out in 2024. It's an hour and 11 minutes long. A young woman's vision of brutal murders leads her to the malicious spirit of a killer who has taken possession of an intimidating great white shark. That
so
makes
where's the
no
clown
sense.
factor in?
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen real quick so you can see this poster.
Yeah, my app is showing completely different results. I don't even see this.
Oh, no,
I see Curse of the Clown Motel. What the hell?
Oh my god, that is a clown shark. Holy
wow,
smokes.
what has happened to my Tubi algorithm? Because there's some.
It looks like a Halloween mask.
There are some not appropriate movies that are showing up on here. I don't want to get demonetized, but
is that All Hallows Eve? See, that was the first movie that I saw with Art the Clown. I never saw the Terrifier movies, but I saw All Hallows Eve, which is like a low budget B movie.
Look at this
type thing.
Gingerbread Man Murderthon. All right, sorry, this is not Robert Eggers, but like, yeah, that's Tubi is one of my favorite free streaming services.
Yeah,
because they do have a lot of good stuff on there. They surprisingly have like stuff that only came out like 2-3 years ago on there. They had Everything Everywhere All at Once on there briefly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's on there anymore.
Well, I turned off my my video because I am going onto IMDb to look up what else Robert Eggers might have done outside of just directing. So let me see here.
While you're doing that, me and Andrew, we didn't speak much on The Lighthouse, which we saw.
Yeah, by all means.
That was the one that I like. I was interested in it for a while, and it was the one that I made sure that I watched for my first time fully before the show, and so that was one that I liked it. It wasn't. I didn't like it as much as the other two that I've seen fully, but like I still liked it.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna,
no, don't get me wrong. It was still really good, and it felt very. I was just trying to think of the word to describe it, but it was like very artsy compared to his other movies in ways. Like he being able to choosing to do the like 4:3 aspect ratio in it and all being black and white. It was interesting.
It was like his version of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I mean, well, I guess they both technically have mermaids in it, so
You're not wrong. Yeah.
So,
No.
but
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say like that movie is really enjoyable though, seeing the slow tension and the characters bond together and Andrew mentioned a theory earlier, which I've never heard of, obviously, since I mean I just watched the movie, so I don't know anything about it. But like, that's an interesting theory, and the acting and it was great. Especially Defoe. I feel like Defoe like stole every scene that he was in that movie as well. Like, don't get me wrong, Robert Pattinson did good, and it shows that he's capable of being a solid actor. Then somebody that's not part of the Sparkle franchise that everyone talks about with him being in. So.
That's our next movie is Twilight.
I was going to make that joke.
I'd really rather not.
I don't either. I would rather. I watched that once, and that was one too many times. So
I've watched it 0 times, and I think it's still too many.
Yeah, I wish I had. But
if I wanted to watch the worst love story of all time, I would go back and watch my father's wedding video.
Whoa, what?
Make of that what you will.
I think I understand the art form enough to know the writing on the wall there.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Robert Eggers' filmography here, and he was production designer on a few things, some short films, a few others that I haven't heard of before. But I'm looking at his upcoming films that he's directing. Werewolf, obviously. He's directing another adaptation of A Christmas Carol, which is very intriguing to me because there's a lot of different elements that go into that story. Not just the Christmas aspect, but there's like an element of mysteriousness.
There's like the Carol aspect,
Yeah, and there's there's some horror as well. I mean, and I'll be interested to see how he does with that. But it also says he is directing a sequel to Labyrinth, which if you haven't seen
about that,
if you haven't seen Labyrinth, it stars Jennifer Connelly and David Bowie.
I still need to see that, but I have heard that he's doing that. So
yeah, and just if you watch it, just do your best not to be too distracted by David Bowie's codpiece. Just saying, because it is there and it is in your face.
All right, so let me watch this tonight.
It's released in theaters this month, next month.
What's that?
Labyrinth is getting a theater re-release.
Oh,
nice!
I go back to watch that in theaters. Labyrinth is a lot of fun.
40 years old.
I need to watch it. Wow, that's what my sister loves that movie.
Oh, never mind.
No,
I lied. It happened this weekend, so never mind.
Oh, darn it! But it's on
That's
Netflix.
Okay.
So I should be able to
Quick,
watch it,
get the Blu-ray.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I was just about to bring up for the Lighthouse with Spencer's points. I need to see if the Blu-ray has special features on like the acting process of William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson to get in that headspace and stay in that headspace, because William Dafoe, like you said, Spencer, is honestly, I haven't seen every movie he's done, but of the movies I've seen, that's one of my favorite performances of his.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Because it's just so good, and I would love to know his process to get to that point of hysteria almost.
I think some directors too have like a sense of being able to unlock something within certain actors, because you're saying that he's in Northman. I don't remember his role specifically in Northman since it's been a few years since I've seen it.
He was like the high priest of the clan that the main character was in.
That's right. Yeah, so, he's only in it for that short bit. Yeah.
See, and that's probably why I don't remember it, because if he's only in it for that short bit, and I've only seen it once 3 years
on a
ago,
screen like this.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, I was gonna say though, but like he's, I mean, not as big of a presence, but still really big and still great. He did a great job in Nosferatu as well, with a similar sort of vein as well with his performance that Eggers is really able to unlock, which is excellent.
Yeah. Well, I think what Robert Eggers excels in is allowing his actors to really convey a lot of range. You know,
Yeah.
you have your actors like Keanu Reeves, for example. Don't get me wrong, I love Keanu Reeves. I think he's great, but he tends to stone face most of his movies these days. Yeah, he tends to be pretty one note. Little bouts of range here and there, but for the most part, he kind of coasts through his performances. Whereas you look at something like, you know, maybe Anya Taylor-Joy in The Witch, where she pinballs through so many different emotions throughout the course of an hour and a half. That
Yeah,
movie does not
that
feel
movie's
like an
short.
hour and a half.
No,
Um,
in a good way.
yeah, in a very good way. And every
Mhm.
character in that movie goes through a whole modicum of different emotions, different, you know, levels of outbursts, different levels of projection. It's just it's such a he brings out the most dynamic of performances from everybody that he works with, and
Yeah.
and especially for someone like Robert Pattinson, who is known primarily for the Twilight movies, to have him work with a director like Robert Eggers and be able to come out with a performance like this is
Oh, yeah.
miraculous.
Well, I want to bring up just real quick on Anya Taylor-Joy, and shame on me for not doing this already. It's mainly because they're not huge fans of horror, but my mom and one of my sisters, they're not huge fans of her. Like, just I can't remember why, just whatever. But I need to show them The Witch and The Northman, and I think that'll change their minds.
Yeah.
On her acting, and also too, I don't. In case someone doesn't know who's watching, like, I'm not a huge horror guy. Like, I really only started to scratch the slightest dent into the surface of horror last year. But so when I am praising a horror movie, it's because it's actually good. Like, it's not a biased thing.
Right.
I'm not biased to the genre, but I can appreciate from an art form standpoint when something's good. And I mean, the Witch honestly is up there just with the ones I've seen. Probably could easily put in my top 10 of horror.
And you only see The Witch 3 times.
Yeah, well, even like in his movies, a lot like Nosferatu, you don't see Nosferatu a whole lot throughout the movie, and I know that's common with the character, but still.
But the presence is felt.
And
Yeah.
exactly, it's like in the Babadook, you know.
Yes.
Yes. You see it maybe on screen for like total maybe 30 seconds, if that, till like the end.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, but yes, that being able to portray the presence of something like that is so hard. So when it's done so well, it's just, I don't know how you couldn't appreciate it, you know?
Yeah.
I just want to piggyback off of something that you said a moment ago, Andrew. Is like, I felt very much the same way about horror in general, and that's like one of the things that makes this director stand out. Is I find things boring if it's just somebody going around stabbing people, you know. Or the new Primate movie that just came out looks so stupid. I don't want to watch it, you know. It's
I know it does. Like, what they adopt a monkey and it starts attacking them. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, what else do you expect? They're not supposed to be domesticated.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I'm finding myself open to horror more over the last 2-3 years slowly. When you get to actually watch these great movies that actually have a genuine great story with it.
Right.
And Nosferatu was like the big one for me that really helped me appreciate that. Just because, like, I mean, the base story of Dracula is fantastic. It's a classic story for a reason. And seeing that twisted and the way it is, and just, it was great. But yeah, I just appreciate what Eggers did. And because of that, it's making me like so much more excited for the werewolf movie.
Well, I think the biggest problem when it comes to horror is that most of the Western horror that we see, which is, I mean, let's be honest, is the majority of horror that we see. Most Western horror is all about jump scares, being startled, and things of that nature. If you want really good experiences with horror, I would highly recommend looking up Korean horror films.
Oh boy.
Korean horror is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not biased or anything, you know, just because I'm half Korean, but Korean cinema in general is just so different from Western cinema. Their methods of storytelling are different. Their methods of character development are different. Their methods of composing shots are different. Their methods of writing are different. Everything is so different, and it's really made me appreciate not just appreciate the genre of horror overall, but also it made me realize that American horror kind of sucks.
Yeah. What would be a good place, like a good movie to start with?
Ooh, from South Korea. Definitely Gonjiam, the Haunted Asylum, I think is what it's called. I think the first word is spelled Gonjaim.
Okay, yeah, I just had to type in GON and it popped the rest up, fortunately, because
Yes. That movie is freaking freaky. Like, holy hell, is it freaky?
dude, it looks freaky. I don't know if I want to watch this.
I was about to say that's the other thing of why I don't do horror is not only do I find a bunch of it boring.
Got to make sure your closet door is closed at night.
Yeah.
Yes, make sure
your night lights on so the monsters don't come out.
I don't leave coats out anymore because then it's gonna look like the Babadook. You know, I'll be like, holy crap! You know,
Why can't you just be normal?
I gotta hype myself up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night because I'm like, the Babadook could get me.
Yeah, you're just slowly approaching your shower and just rip the curtain around.
See, that's the other thing. I don't like being scared, and some horror things make me paranoid after watching them.
Yeah,
and it's like that's the other reason I don't watch a bunch of horror, even if it's really good. Like,
well,
I'm weird when it comes to horror, and I, will admit that.
So see, here's my thing. There's a difference between being scared and being startled. I don't care about being startled in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Something jumps out really quick and grabs the main character or something. I mean, yeah, it's cool and all. It gives you a little jump in your seat, but I mean, that's not what I want. I want to feel my skin crawl. I want to feel the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. I want to feel like I'm clenching my butt in my seat just to make it through the scene.
I felt that with Hereditary.
Yes.
And let me tell you something, because I want to talk about this on the show at some point. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a tease. I showed my mom Hereditary a couple months, sometime last year.
My condolences.
Well, she's never seen a lot of horror, and she thought it was awful. She did not like it.
Oh no!
And I was like, "Are you joking? Like, this is great." And she's like, "This doesn't make sense. Like, why is the mom doing all this stuff?" And like, "Are you not paying attention?" Like, I said, "It'll all pay off. It'll all make sense."
And then, all right, you know what, Mom? Go away and watch the Hallmark Channel or something.
Yeah, and so then I started doing this around her. I started going, just walking around her. Oh man!
Next time you're driving with her, stick your head out the window.
Yeah. Oh, that even freaked her out. She was like, "He's not going to leave her," and I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Just wait till the husband catches on fire." So.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Wait till the end scene. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, A24 does horror so well, and Robert Eggers again does horror so well, and he does so many different genres of it that just I adore his work, and I can't wait to see what else he does. Well, I mean, we're getting Werewolf, we're getting A Christmas Carol, and we're getting Labyrinth. So those are three very different types of movies.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you think he only has 4 films, but the variety, like you were just saying, because he does different horror for each one.
Yeah,
it feels like a lot more than 4 movies, and I think that it would be very easy for a director to be like, I'm just going to copy and paste, because that's what works. He could have looked at The Witch and be like, that was good. All right, just do it over and over again, and then by the third or fourth time, you're like, people would be like, I'm done watching your movies because it's the same thing.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with the director like Michael Bay or something like that. They get lost in their own filmography. Their work gets lost in their own work. Nothing really stands out above the others. It's all kind of just maintaining the status quo of what he's known for. Whereas you have these directors like Robert Eggers, Mike Flanagan, Denis Villeneuve, who really Christopher Nolan, who really push the boundaries of the respective genre of the film that they're making, and I gotta respect it, and I want more of that. I wish more directors would try and engage with that kind of filmmaking. But the problem is, a lot of those types of films aren't the ones that get funded.
See, that's where we're in this. I'm telling you, we're in this like circle of people want more independent and different original movies, right? So then we get them, and then no one goes and watches them.
No one shows up for them.
And so they bomb at the box office, and then production companies go, well, we're not going to fund that because no one's going to watch it.
I get so annoyed with one of my friends who's like, people want more independent movies. Bish, you haven't went to movie theater since like Dune 2, all right? You told me that's and so or no, I think he went to something else, but he's not the kind of person that really watches anything, and so it's like, why are you an advocate for indie movies if you're not even like watching it? But anyway, no, I 100% agree. I love that his style, especially with something like Northman and Nosferatu, where we're able to see a more indie-like style in a bigger form, which is excellent, and I love it. And so I can't wait to see everything else that he has going on, and it's absolutely lovely. And I do have to head out now, so I'll see you all later. And thank you for having me on. And Cam, watch Nosferatu because I want to know what you think about it.
I certainly will.
Watch it.
All right,
thanks, brother. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Alone at last.
And then there were two. I just see your hand.
Now we can really start the show.
Right. This is a show.
No, I love I love whenever a film comes out that puts a director on my radar. It's because you can watch. You can go to the theater and watch a movie and kind of make a mental note of the director and whatnot, but it has to be a certain type of film for that director's name to stand out as being associated with the experience you just had. You have your like your Steven Spielbergs and all that. But when you want something that really breaks the mold. I mean, either fortunately or unfortunately, A24 is just the way to go. And luckily, that their filmography is so extensive at this point that you could make a library just out of their work.
Oh, I know. I mean, there's some movies that I've heard of that I didn't realize were A24. And I literally go on HBO Max and I just go watch this. Because there's so many that I want to get to, like Midsummer is one I need to watch because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah. I mean, Midsummer's great. And I'm looking at the 5-piece Blu-ray that I have here. And
those are all good too.
And I have not seen Green Room and I have not seen It Comes at Night. So
they're good. They're not like your S tier A24 movies.
Sure.
But they're both like self-contained isolation stories. It Comes at Night, I want to say, I think it was a virus or something that creates it to where like everyone is like on their own, almost like post-apocalyptic, but with like a virus or something. And then Green Room is like a band. Patrick Stewart's in it, and it's this band that really needs a break. And this guy's like, oh, my cousin works at this place, whatever. And so they go, and then they like are going to perform there or something, and they realize that these people are almost like kind of like a cult or something like that, and they trap them in the green room. And whenever they try to escape, they will like try to kill them, and like they like cut at a guy's like hand or whatever. It's really good. Like,
well, now I don't even have to watch it.
I haven't spoiled. I don't know if that was a good picture or not, but
no, I saw the trailer for it actually after I popped in The Witch because the trailer for it is on the Blu-ray. So I have a general idea of what it is.
Well, even the X trilogy, I gotta tell you, Mia Goth, I had no idea who she was before watching those movies.
Yeah,
and especially Pearl, because Pearl's my favorite out of the three. One of the best horror performances that I think I've seen. And again, I've only scratched the surface with horror, so I'm not saying it's the greatest horror performance of all time.
Right.
But of the horror I've seen, I mean, it's got to be up there with, I'm blanking on her name, but the mom from Hereditary.
Toni Collette.
Toni Collette. Like, that's my all-time favorite horror performance as of right now.
Yeah.
And Mia Goth is up there, at least for me, and Pearl. I mean, she kills Superman. Like, what the heck? How many people can say that?
We'll see, that right there is the selling point of the movie.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man. So
all right. Well, we've hit our hour and 10 minutes exactly at this point. So we can go ahead and get this wrapped up here. Andrew, any shameless plugs for us? What do we have going on this week?
Yeah, I'll try to run through it fast because it's always a lot. Tomorrow night on Feast of Fandoms, for MCU Monday, we'll be going live to discuss Jessica Jones season 3, episode 2.
Oh, you're on season 3 now.
Yeah, we finished. We were gonna wait until Wonder Man, and then we realized it comes out on the last Tuesday of the month. So we'll start discussing it in February. So we were like, we can do, I guess, 4 episodes of Jessica Jones before.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I've never heard of the character Wonder Man, so I kind of had no expectations going into the show. Like, I would say I'm excited. I'm kind of just like neutral on it because I haven't really watched any of the trailers because they always show too much, and so I'm kind of just like,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, the actors in it, I like the actors that are in it of what I've seen him in, but I'm just like, I don't know who Wonder Man is. I know nothing about him. He has never been teased before. You made a whole series on him,
and he's MCU, right? Or he's Marvel?
Yeah, he's part of it's part of the MCU, but he's never, as far as I know, he's never been teased or mentioned in the MCU that I can think about the top of my head. Which I know is not a requirement, but I'm just like, it's kind of similar to how I felt with Ironheart. I went into it very neutral and came out with very neutral experiences with it. So anyway, and then Thursday night, the Cantina Happy Hour, I missed last week, so I don't know what episodes were on in Clone Wars.
Selfish.
There we go.
No.
Oh,
I was calling you selfish. No, I'm kidding. We started season 3 on this past Thursday, so I think we're going to be doing like season 3, episode 3 or something.
Okay, I feel so. I thought that was a Clone Wars episode with Selfish. I mean, it sounds like it, but I will be back on the show this week, so hopefully. So, and then Saturday night, this coming Saturday on the Dingus Inn, we have the season 1 finale of Smallville.
Nice.
So we're really looking forward to that. We're going to have a guest on, Jordan from the podcast Soups and Sabers. So we're looking forward to that. It's crazy that we're already at the end of season 1. I know that's only a 10th of the way through the show, but it's gone by kind of fast. So I'm excited to get into season 2 and the rest of the show. And just realized if they ever make a Korean Smallville or Superman, you could be Lex Luthor. Hey, you know what? That'd be kind of a cool role, though. You never know. Oh, I am getting you a Superman.
That's not a Korean accent.
Oh, well, whatever.
You're making him sound like a samurai.
Hey.
I'm going to get the Superman. He is no match for Kryptonite.
That'd be a cool anime, actually. There was one on HBO Max that was like the English anime, My Adventures with Superman. I don't think they've ever continued it.
I heard that series is actually okay.
It's good. I really enjoyed season 1. Season 2, I enjoyed not quite as much as season 1, but I don't think they've continued it.
Which was kind
of surprising because season 2 was still good, but maybe it was viewership. I don't know. That's another show. But anyway, that's all I got going on. So
all right. Well, yeah, and I will be on for Thursday for Cantina Happy Hour, and then next Sunday we'll be back here on Cam and Focus to discuss Monkey Man. Oh my God!
Hey,
I'm so
the tortured
excited.
crossing. Oh yeah, Monkey Man.
Wait, Monkey Man? I just watched Primate in theaters. I thought we were talking about that.
I thought we were talking about the monkey. Oh, darn it.
Ah, crap. I wasted all my time watching the entire Planet of the Apes series.
I accidentally watched Curious George.
Well, no, what's that one movie? Mighty Joe Young. That was way before your time. That was back in like that's a deep cut from the 90s. but yes, we will be discussing Monkey Man, starring, directed by, written by, and produced by Dev Patel.
Nice.
It's his directorial debut. He's one of my favorite actors. If you've seen The Green Knight, he's really great in that. Just fantastic, and I can't wait to talk about that one. I certainly have a lot to say about it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. So
Yes.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Andrew, for joining me for another episode, for the first episode of the year of Cam and Focus Weekly. And thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that stuff. We will see you all next week.